I'm excited to talk about this topic. It's a new one because Gen Z is new to management. And in fact, there aren't very many people in this generation who are in the ranks of management today. This is a photograph of a Gen Z manager whom I know and who has provided consulting with me on what it's like to be a manager in this generation, and has helped give me some perspective on some of the things that we're going to talk about today. So we know there's a lot out there about how to manage Gen Z, but there isn't a whole lot of information available on how to work with a Gen Z boss. One thing we do know is that for most of us, that will mean working for someone who's younger than we are. And although we may have some experience with it with millennials, that is increasingly going to be a situation for those of us who have been in the workforce for a while. If you're my age, and even if you're Gen X, we tend to think of Gen Z as kids, even just teenagers, but in reality, the oldest in this group are approaching 30, and increasingly they are entering the ranks of management in the workplace. You can be very sure they're going to manage differently from older generations, and what I want to do with this presentation is not just look at a bunch of traits of Gen Z. We are going to do that. But I want to look at some of the experiences this generation has had in their coming of age years, and talk a little bit about how that may influence how they manage. So here's what I just said I wasn't going to do. Here's the characteristics. And we're not going to talk about these because you can all read and you can all Google, so you can go online and you can find this information. It's very prevalent on the internet to see what are listed, the things that are listed as characteristics of Gen Z. What I want to do is emphasize the idea that the generations are a lens that we need to look through, help us understand the societal changes and the changes in the larger environment that shape the behaviors that we see among generations in the world around us. Not to go beyond just a label that oversimplifies differences in generational groups. We've tended to do too much of that in the past, and I think, especially with Gen Z, we need to take a different look. So